Hey guys, it's Carl Brown from guitarlessons365.com, and we're going to continue our look at Crazy on You by heart. This is part 2 of the lesson. We took a look at the acoustic intro in the first one, and now we're going to tackle all the acoustic guitar chords throughout the whole song. And then the next lesson, we're going to take a look at all the electric guitar parts and the solos, the harmony solo, and all that fun stuff. All right, so let's just go through. We have 4 parts that we're going to look at here. One was what I just played, is as the big strummed acoustic guitar comes in after the intro. All right, so that's the chorus as well. So the chords are going to be A minor to an F major bar chord. Now, she always does a change going back up to that A minor by just hitting this G, kind of the bottom half of a G chord. So literally you only have to put your 3rd fret here on the low E, 2nd fret on the A, and you can hit those strings with the 2 middle open strings. Just don't hit the top 2 strings. And that kind of takes you back to the... Now, the very first time you hear her playing the song, she doesn't do that G transition. She just goes from A minor to F, back to A minor. But pretty much every time the rest of the song, during the actual choruses of the song and in the rest of the intro, that's what you're going to hear. All right. So when the band kicks in, then it's the actual chorus riff. So it goes between those 2 chords. Do that G. So it does that twice, and then it gets back to that A minor. To a G major, full G major now. To now back to that F. Back to that G to take us to the verse. So for the whole, basically I'm going to play the chorus here, which is this part so that the band comes in. All right, and now we have the verse, and I'll play through that real quick, and then we'll take a look at it. All right, so just 4 chords there. We have the A minor again we're starting with. Then we go to a C suspended 2nd with a G in the bass. So it's pretty much just a bar chord at the 3rd fret, full bar, and then put your the 3rd finger at the 5th fret on the D, and then the little finger at the 5th fret on the G. So there's that E, that C sus2, but you're gonna add the G in the bass here on the low E string. So we have to a D minor now. And now we're going to play an E7 chord. So that's simply going to be, you're going to leave your little finger where it's at. You're going to take the 1st finger at the 1st fret on the G string. And the open D and the 2nd fret on the A. And then the low E. So those are the 4 chords there. Repeat those. All right, from there we get to the pre-chorus, which sounds like this. All right, so we have a lot going on with electric guitar parts here, but it's going to just 2 hits of the A minor chord. Now lift up your 2nd finger, move up 2 frets, and you can hit the open D, and then the note you already got in your hand there, and the open high E string. So this. So it's almost like moving the chord up 2 frets, but you're lifting up your 2nd finger. And then you do that again. And then we get to the chords, which is a D minor, E minor, then a C major with a G in the bass. So you're gonna have to play this, instead of that regular C major, move this finger over to the 3rd fret on the low E string, and then replace that note that you picked up with your little finger there on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. And then to that F bar again. So we have those chords move around pretty quick, and then back to that D minor, and then back to that E7 we did earlier. All right, then that takes us to the, that's back to that chorus. All right, now we have a bridge that happens in the song as well. You can tell it's very obvious that it's a whole key change. This bridge is also the underlying guitar part of the interlude that you'll hear at the end. The solo at the end of the song. So these chords are I'll just play through it real quick. All right, so we have an F sharp minor chord to a D major. Then we're gonna go to a C sharp minor chord. That's up at the 4th fret here. And you're gonna have bar at the 4th fret, 2nd finger on the 5th string on the B. I'm sorry, 5th fret of the B. Little finger at the 6th fret of the G. 3rd finger at the 6th fret of the D. All right, so we have that D, then that C sharp minor, back to the D, back to the C sharp minor, back to the D. So you just rotate it a couple times between those chords. Then you're back at that C sharp minor, and then take it down to a B minor. So it's just down 2 frets. Kind of strum on this a little while. Then to the A major. And then we have the E7 chord again. But they're building tension with this part, so you're going to be doing the E7 and then periodically laying your 3rd finger down at the 2nd fret on the G string. So you're going to kind of create a melody that, and then pick it back up. So look at this. So that whole part one more time. Alright, so stay tuned for the electric guitar parts and the solo that'll be coming up next. I'll see you then.